Okay, so I'm gonna get the basic information out of the way so I can just really get to the rant part of this video. Basically, if you don't know what happened, Team Rwby got to Atlas and they were in Mantle and they were kind of, Mantle looks like a gutter town at this point. So, they got there, they kind of got into some trouble with some Grimm and they helped fight, but they don't have a Huntsman Huntress's license or whatever. So they didn't have it. So they pretty much got arrested at the last episode. With this episode, they thought they were going to jail, but I knew for a fact they weren't going to jail for the simple fact of Crow has a huntsman's license. He's a huntsman. Like but I knew they weren't going to jail for that simple reason because they didn't even question anybody or ask for any form of identification or anything, which is weird and kind of like power hungry type. That's like a military type move of like, we're gonna go get this person. We already know who they are, a general idea of it. And they say that they didn't, but that doesn't make any sense, but it's whatever. Anyways, basically they get to Atlas because that's where they're going. And they get in front of Ironwood and there's Winter, and Winter's outfit is a bomb. And Winter's outfit is bomb, and now I look at Ironwood's outfit, I like it a lot better. I like the scruff. I like the beard thing going on. He's going full grizzly bear apparently. And that's fine. And Penny looks a lot better now that I look at her in the light. She looks a lot better. I wasn't feeling her outfit at first, but now I'm like, I like it. I like it. It's very like Little Red Riding Hood, like going to go get my porridge type thing. But they get into, they untie them or they uncuff them or whatever, untie them, whatever. And they get into their office and basically Ironwood is just like, hey, I know this was a big secret and Ozpin has been keeping the secret for years for good reason. And everybody's been safe and okay and, decently okay. And we've actually made achievements because we kept the secret because we haven't started a huge panic. Like with the Great War when people were trying to suppress emotion. And it started an entire war against kingdoms. No, we're gonna take that secret that he took, that he kept about, about Salem, about the relics, all of that. We're gonna take that secret, and I'm gonna tell this weird group of people that I trust, but he really shouldn't trust them, honestly, in my opinion. But that I trust, and I'm just gonna tell them. It's just, I know this is a secret between, us, like the little group of people that we had, which was Glinda, Ironwood, Crow, Ozpin, and I want to say a few more people probably knew. I'm gonna take that secret and I'm just gonna tell a few other people that I can't really trust, but I can quote unquote trust because I have a great, I'm Ironwood and I have a freaking great grasp on trusting people, and I totally trusted Ozpin. I'm totally not fucking up, and I'm totally a great person to be able to spread random information to people I swear I quote unquote trust. But the reason I'm saying this, the reason I feel like I'm getting scattered, when I heard that he told people, and not only told people, but I knew they had a grand plan at the last episode, but his grand plan for how they're gonna, beat Salem and they're gonna destroy it and make it better. Was that for one, they're gonna build a new, basically like a satellite, tower. So they're gonna build, I believe, on I forget exactly what where the Bio Festival was held. They're gonna build it on top of there. I forget exactly what the arena was called, but they're gonna build it on top of there, and it's gonna be great. And I'm like, okay, that makes sense. And I was really like, okay. And they said that they took back the military forces from Mantle and whatnot, and just retract everything. The dust embargo, all that happened because he was getting ready to. I have to really calm myself. He's getting ready to tell the entire world that Salem exists and that, basically they're all fucked and she can't, they don't know that she can't be killed or anything, but they told the entire world. And here's my problem with that. He's still so stupid. And I hate Ironwood's character for this fact that he's He's just dumb. He didn't think this through. Why he hasn't gotten information, I don't understand. How can he call himself a general when he doesn't? Not Ironwood, but Ozpin taught him this lesson seasons ago, that you don't send the flag bearer, you send the scouts, you send someone to get the information that you would need to make decisions. All the decisions Ozpin made was from the information that he gathered. He knew a bunch of things because he gathered information throughout the years. It is not just his opinion. It is calculated, you know what I mean? But he's gonna take the little information that Ozpin gave him before he died, make a drastic, I don't know what I'm not saying that word right, but very drastic decision to then tell everybody. When he doesn't, how do you tell everyone that basically we're all fucked and this lady that will kill us all, when simply you don't know everything? You don't even know half the information Team Rwby knows. Like, that's how irritating it is, because first of all, kudos to Rwby for not telling him shit, because Rwby didn't tell him about why Ozpin retreated back into Oscar and what happened. She was just like, no, there was a train crash, and then he just never came back, and then didn't tell him that there was any more wishes in Jin or in the relic of knowledge. Kudos to her, because he doesn't need no information. He's not trustworthy, and I'm so glad that she didn't trust him, because he sounded crazy. I could tell it in her face and everyone's face. It's like, you've lost your mind, sir. You've lost your mind. I know why he's trying to do that. And I know she's like, how can we help? But I feel like realistically, she's just like, okay, well, we can help you, like, cooperate, I guess, or we can cooperate a little bit, but you lost your mind, man. You lost your mind. You're crazy. I don't agree with a lot of what you're saying. You could tell on their face. That's how they felt. Because I just don't understand it. It just doesn't make any sense. As a character, he swears that, like, Winter and what's her name, Penny, is people that he can trust, and he had to broaden out his own, just the last scene, or not the last scene, but the last little interaction in that episode, which was basically between Tyrion and Dr. Watts, I believe is his name. Their interactions was the exact reason why I wanted to punch a wall after I was done watching that whole, we're in Atlas, we're with Penny, we're I'm gonna tell the entire world of Salem exists. Yeah. The only reason I agreed to not punch my wall in was because I saw a last interaction. I'm like, thank you. I'm not crazy. They're even showing us, hey, he forgot so much. He didn't even learn from what happened in Beacon. He didn't even learn. He didn't learn anything. He didn't bump up his security. He didn't put aid out to other countries, but other kingdoms. He did. Listen, Haven would probably have not even been as bad if he had not did that dust embargo and sent all his troops back and actually sent troops and spies to other kingdoms to make sure shit was okay and make sure, what happened didn't happen, or to help the military, or to help their forces, and to, help everybody else, because he was selfish ass bitch, which he's always been. That was so much worse than it needed to be. If they're just even not even half, a little bit of the Atlas soldiers that we saw in that episode. They were just half of them that we saw in the episode. There at the fall of Haven, it wasn't the fall of Haven because it didn't really fall, but you know what I mean. At Haven, that wouldn't have happened. The relic wouldn't even been slightly fucked up, because somebody would have been there patrolling at Haven. I could have alerted to what was happening. They could have, called the police. Blake didn't need to call the police or the authorities. The guards would have, but that didn't happen because he's too stupid to really get that. And even he knows where the Atlas relic is, and he knows where the Winter Maiden is. And I think when I heard that, I was so irritated. 'Cause I'm like, why? She doesn't need her anymore. She doesn't need any maidens. Cinder's already got it on pack at this point. Cinder's already got it. Raven got the other one, so they don't really need the Winter Maiden. Like, she can beat the Winter Maiden. She doesn't need it. Like, she doesn't need them. I don't understand. And if she did, she doesn't need it in Atlas. Like, she would have, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make a lot of sense. Like, you could tell that was just a stupid, like, we have her, she's perfectly fine. And it's like, no one needed her. No one cares about her. No one cared about no one cared about the Winter Maiden at all. Not even a little bit. I forgot she even existed because it was so obvious that Cinder didn't need her. And the relic, it's like, well, where's the one that's in Vacuo? Did you get the Vacuo relic? Did you think to do that? Did you think to go like, no, you didn't think that because you're stupid? Because you're, okay, that's cool. The lack of planning that he did in this episode, that he did overall, it just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. The lack of security. He didn't even, my point is that at the end of the episode, he didn't even bump up the security in Mantle. Mantle is the quickest way to get to Atlas. Literally, Cinder's on an airship, already ready to come get to Atlas. Like, no, he didn't bump up the security. He didn't even advance and make sure there's great security in Atlas. Barely he made sure that there was good enough security in Atlas. He didn't go to Mantle. He didn't go to Vacuo. He didn't go to Vale and go back and bump up their security and make sure that there's no one trying to get this and nobody trying to get that and try to go find the other relics and nothing. He has his relic from his kingdom, and he has the Winter Maiden, which nobody's even thinking about. No one was even thinking about her. No one. Not one person, not a viewer was thinking about the Winter Maiden. No one cared about her. And it's just like, and then he didn't even realize I doubt he knows that Raven is now the Spring Maiden. No, is she the Spring Maiden? Yeah, she's the Spring Maiden. Probably doesn't even know that she's the Spring Maiden. Because he's that out of touch. He doesn't know where Raven is. He didn't know she was a Spring Maiden. He doesn't know where her camp is. If he knew all this information, he probably wouldn't even know what to do with it. But oh my god, he's just so stupid. He's just so stupid. And I've hated his character from day one. I knew this episode was going to irritate the hell out of me. And it really did. I don't know who else. I didn't know who Tyrion killed in that alley. I'm gonna cross my fingers and assume that wasn't Penny's dad. We're gonna hope, but I'm glad I choked. Anyways, this episode was very